What's up? So I'm back. I want to do a little bit of a review for the Braxton Family Values. I did get a chance to watch tonight's episode. I'm not going to say it was boring, but it was kind of just bland and to the point. So I'll try to do the same. Get right to the point so we can get on with this. Because I've been watching just later than because I've had things come up on Thursday nights where I couldn't record and get right to it. So tonight's episode, yeah. Girl, I can't even remember what really happened. The only real highlight for the show, of course, congratulations to Tawanda on her dancing competition. And for the longest time, the sisters have been talking about not backing to Tony as as far as being background girls, because at this point we are about 5 seasons into Braxton Family Value, so people have really developed I guess you could say fanships for the other sisters as well as Tony. And I always say that none of the other sisters would be where they are without Tony being the original Braxton from way back in the 90s. Not to make her sound old or anything, but had we not known about 7 Whole Days, or had known about Love Should Have Brought You Home, had we not known about all of that, we wouldn't really care about Tamar, Trina, Tawanda, or Tracy. Now, I love them all, let's be clear. I've become a fan of each one in some kind of way. But we just wouldn't know about them without Tony. So either way, for the fact that they had decided to not do this anymore, to not background for her anymore, kind of makes me sad because I still have never seen Tony in concert, and I always wanted to see her with the sisters. I really would like to have gone when I was when she was in Atlanta recently, but didn't work out that way. So hopefully I'll get a chance to still see them sometime where they're all gonna be there. That'd be great. So yeah, So I thought it was funny that the sisters were trying to quit. Tony was trying to fire them. That was basically for me one of the highlights of the show. It's cute. I'm glad it panned out, so nobody's mad about anything. So that's kind of a good part. Moving right along to side notes in the show. So, Tamar, you want to have about 5 kids now. You're 40. By the time these children are grown, unless you have them all 5 at one time, you will be well over like 60. I don't know, sis. But to each his own. She got money. People with money can do stuff like that. So, hey, have at it. Ooh, my neck is shiny. Oh, well. Yeah. But let me backtrack to last week's episode now and a little bit further. Now, I think it's funny how, with the whole deal going on with Tamar being fired from The Real, yes, I do believe Tamar was fired. Yes, I believe that was a stupid choice for The Real, because for this fact only, Tamar has been who she has been since she came on television from the Braxtons way back when. Tamar has been loud, outspoken, boisterous. She has a hood dialect from time to time. Not to say she doesn't know what she's talking about, or she doesn't know how to enunciate, pronunciate, all these things. She doesn't know how to turn it on and off, but that's who she has been since she's been on TV. So for The Real to say that these things were brought on because of her attitude and it not meshing well with sponsors, it may not mesh well with sponsors that you're trying to obtain, but let's be true to who the audience is that you started with. For those that do watch for Tamar, not to discredit any of the other girls from the show. However, what I think is stupid now, I thought it was real dumb for Braxton Family Values to get themselves involved in staging an episode about her being fired, staging that, and then putting it so early in the season. I could have bought that scene, had it been further down the road, because most times, from my understanding, these shows are pre-taped. By the time the season airs on TV, all this has happened, feelings have subsided, and all that jazz. But for you to come up on the 3rd episode and talk about how she got fired. I could have bought this at the 9th and the 10th episode, because you could have said, hey, we're still filming as the season progresses. We just have a few in the can just in case we don't have enough footage, or we just have a few in the can to kind of keep us ahead just in case something happens where we can't film. That makes sense. But for the 3rd episode, nah, sis, I wasn't buying that. I do believe that was staged. I think it was a not so smart business move for for the Braxton family values, because that does, to me, it seems like it's defamation of character to those who are on the real or associated with. Because on that episode, we are supposed to believe that that's recorded for when she's being fired. But in the same episode, Tamar is talking about the doctor clearing her to go back to work on the real. And then in the very next episode, we're talking about how about Tony's movie premiere. None of that made sense. That storyline did not mesh worth a damn. But hey, as I digress, at this point I'm rambling because this episode, it was just that. It was just meh. But hell, I'll still be watching. I would say I'm gonna review next week, but I don't want to lie to you. Don't get me started to lying, honey. So I don't know what next week is gonna bring. So maybe I'll be able to do a review. Maybe I won't. Yeah. Like, these every week things are a lot for me. I want to try something. Side note, I want to try doing this video every day in July, because that's my birth month and all this, that, and third. I don't know how that's really going to go, but I'm going to try my best. So, yeah. Not to ramble any longer about Braxton family values. Continue to watch. Just continue to support the girls when you do see them in your local area. No, I'm not getting paid. I just kind of like the Braxton family value. I just like the Braxtons. Yeah, so girl, bye.